Namaskaram. I am Dr. Padmanabhan, a yoga psychologist. Salutation to Adinath, the Lord of Yoga. Om Shambho Mahadeva. My Guruji, Paramahamsa Swami Niranjanananda Saraswati of Bihar School of Yoga and Yoga Bharati. Om Sri Gurave Namaha. This is something about me, my educational qualifications and experiences, etc. The contents according to UGC NET syllabus: definition of yoga, nature of soul, importance of self-realization. Important points: this Upanishad belongs to Krishna Yajurveda, Taittiriya Brahmana. The Rishi's name was Katha, Rishi Katha, hence name Kathopanishad and Kataka Upanishad. It is based on Advaita Tattva. It is conversation between Lord Yama and young Nachiketas, who was son of Vajasrava, on nature of Atman. Kathopanishad has 2 chapters. In a chapter, there are 3 valleys. So in chapter 1, there are 71 mantras. Chapter 2, 49 mantras. Altogether, 120 mantras. So invoking Shanti mantra is a great Shanti mantra, denotes the great spiritual relationship between the Guru and the Shishya. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May He protect us both together, nourish us both together. May we work together with great energy. May our studies illuminate us. May we not hate each other. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So let us see chapter 1. So Vajasrava has 2 other names, Audaliki and Aruni. He performed a sacrifice called Vishwajit sacrifice. And after the sacrifice, he donated the old sick cows to the pious persons. Nachiketas, his son, saw this and asked his father, "No, this is not right. You are not doing the right dharma." So he again questioned him, and at last Vajasrava became angry, and angrily he said, when Nachiketas asked him, "To whom you are going to be donated?" "To me." Then he said, "To Yama." And actually that is what happened. The boy went to Yama's palace, and Yama was not there. He waited for 3 days without any food, and he was received by Yama's son Vaivasat. And knowing about all the things, about the austerity of this young boy, Yama was very much happy, and Yama asked him to ask any 3 boons he likes. The first boon was that to keep his father free from anxiety and anger, and second, fire sacrifice. So Yama taught the fire sacrifice, all the procedures of sacrifice. Being very happy with this Nachiketas, Yama said that henceforth this Agni Sadhana, the fire sacrifice, Upasana, will be known under your name, called Nachikekagni. The third question was very difficult to answer. What happens to the soul after the death? So Yama tried his level best to keep the boy away from asking this question, because he said that even the gods are not knowing about this. So it is very difficult. You can ask me any other thing, material pleasure I can offer you. So he offered such material pleasures as under sons and grandsons who live 100 years, herd of cattle, elephants, gold and horses, vast extent of earth or land, live yourself as many autumns you like. And the boy knew that these material pleasures are not permanent. Okay. So he insisted on receiving the eternal knowledge. And greatly impressed by Nachiketa's determination, Lord Yama agreed to give the instructions on knowledge of Brahma Vidya. And in chapter 2, Yama said that there are two paths. One is the Shreyas path, and which that leads to liberation, and Vidya is the path of that. Another path is the Prayas that leads to sensual or material pressure. The path is Avidya. So Nachiketas already selected Shreyas path. And by seeing all the activities of the boys and his firm determination for the sacred knowledge, and Yama was very much happy with this boy, and Yama called him as Preshta, means the dearest one. And he said that the self cannot be reached by mere reasoning. Okay. Now you came here to ask such a great questions to me. Then Yama said, may we find, oh Nachiketas, a question like you. Let be more Nachiketas like children like Nachiketas ask such spiritual questions. Then Yama discussed about the nature of Atman. It is same as described in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga. Najayate mriyadeva katachit nayam bhutva bhavida vanapuyaha. It also starts Najayate mriyadeva. So it is not born, not die, not originated from anything, birthless, eternal, everlasting, and ancient. Not killed when the body is killed. Nahanyade hanyamane sharire. The self kills not, nor is it killed. Atman is smaller than small, greater than great. He is hidden in the hearts of all living creatures. And its light is greater than that of sun, moon, stars, lightning and fire, or all luminaries. It is not seen, but by its light everything shines. Then Atman is bodiless, all-pervading, permitting. Otherwise it is called omnipresent. Atman is soundless, touchless, formless, undecaying, tasteless. These are all other nature of this Atman. Beginningless, beyond the Mahat, and constant knowing that man escapes from the mouth of death. Then Brahman is compared to Om. Om is verily Brahman. Same thing also you can see in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Om ityega aksharam Brahma. And chanting Brahma at the time of the death, definitely that individual person will attain a liberation. That is what is said in Bhagavad Gita. And the body and the soul compared to a chariot metaphor in Kathopanishad. There is a very famous metaphor. Soul, the master of chariot. Atmanam ridham vidhi. Body is compared to chariot. Shariram rathamevatu. Intellect act as charioteer. Buddhim tu saradim vidhi. Then mind as the bridle or rein. Mana pragrahamevacha. Sense organ as horses. Indriyani hayanahu. Then object of the sense organs are the roads. Vishayams teshu gocharan. And the Atman enjoy the fruits of karmas when Atman is combined with the body and mind and the sense organ. And this Atman is actually called the Jivatman by the wise. Then he talks about comparing this chariot unrestrained mind makes the sense organ uncontrollable, like unbridled horses. Then controlled mind takes the chariot in rich path, like impure mind, very difficult to attain the goal. When buddhi joins with the distract mind, the discrimination is lost. And when buddhi joins with control mind, possessive discrimination or viveka comes. Then Yama says Purusha is beyond everything. Beyond the senses are the objects. Then beyond the object is the mind. And beyond the mind, the intellect. And beyond the intellect or Mahat, the great Atman. Beyond the great Atman, the unmanifest. And beyond the unmanifest, the Purusha. And beyond the Purusha, there is nothing. Then symbolization of Purusha. The Purusha or self of the size of thumb. Angushta Matra Purusha. Then resides in the midst of the body. Madhya Atmani Tishtadi. Seated in the heart of all living beings. As the Lord of past and future. When we meditate on Purusha, we have to remember all these things. Ishanam Bhudha Bhavesa. And he knows him, fears no more. Then he is like a light without smoke. This is very important. Without smoke, light without smoke. And he is the same today and tomorrow. And that is verily that. Then talks about the city of unborn whose knowledge is permanent, has 11 gates. And Bhagavad Gita talks about 9 gates. Navadware Puryadehi. This is 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, navel, anus, genitals. When adding, we'll get to the 11 gates. Then Atman is compared to banyan tree, Ashwatha. Same thing as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 15. Urdha Mula Matashagam Ashwattham Prakuravayam Chandham Siyasya Parnani. Yes, the same verses that may be taken from this Kathopanishad. Urdha Mulam. Yes, same thing. Root up and branches down, which is the ancient Ashwatha tree. It is he that is called the bright one and the Brahman and immortality. And in him are all the worlds established. None goes beyond him. This is nothing. This is the thing you seek. And what to do for realization of Atman? The same great. And Vivekananda liked this, and many times Swamiji repeated this. Uttishtada Jagrada Prapyavara Nibodhida. Uttishtada Jagrada Prapyavara Nibodhada. Great. Arise, awake, and stop. Not till the goal is reached. Then transmigration of soul according to karma. Kathopanishad also believes in law of karma. So it talks about this one 84 lakh species. Okay. And the scriptures say that the soul passes through 84 lakhs of species. You may be remembering the asana. Chaudhara Shidani Lakshani Shivena Katithani Cha. Until it becomes a human being. To get a human birth is very, very difficult. Okay. It is actually a spiritual creation. So the soul may enter into any species according to the karma. Maybe an animal or anything else, even an immovable object, a tree. The soul enters into lower or higher wombs according to the nature of karmas. And meditation on the main nadi, 101 are the nerves of the heart. And of them the main nadi goes out, piercing the head to Brahmarandra. Going up through it, once attains immortality. So it is a process of meditation going upwards. So others lead him to the conditions of birth in different ways. So meditation on Purusha, the Purusha of the size of a thumb, the inner Atman, Antaratma. So Atman is seated always in the heart of all living beings. So Purusha we visualized in the form of the size of a thumb in the middle of the heart. Then this Upanishad says that separate the Atman out from one's own body. Okay, so do not identify. So you separate the Atman out from one's own body. How? With due care, as if taking out a single tiny grass from a stalk of grass. One should know him as a pure and immortal. Then definition of yoga. So yoga definition comes twice in this Upanishad. First, the Adhyatma Yoga. It is mentioned in the chapter 1, 12 mantra. So this Adhyatma Yoga is a process to attain equanimity on the duality or the opposite or Dandva Dukkha. And yoga in the second chapter, third valley. Verse 10. When the 5 organs of perception, okay, that is Jnanendriya, become still, together with the mind, and intellect ceases functioning, becomes calm, and that state is called the higher state, Paramam Gati. So the process of firm holding back of the senses, Apramastada Bhavati, together with the mind and intellect is known as yoga. So yoga is a mastery over mind, intellect and Jnanendriyas as to achieve the supreme state of consciousness. So what is the goal of yoga? Paramam Gati, to attain supreme state. And yoga is also a process of outward expansion or origination. Okay. So it has 2 processes. Prabhava. Prabhava means outward expansion or manifestation. And Apyaya means coming back to the center or dissolution. Avirbhav and Tirobhav. These 2 states be maintained. So Atman is realizable through silent meditation. So this Upanishad recommends meditation for the realization of the self. So Nachiketas, having acquired this knowledge imparted by Yama, and also the whole teaching about yoga, attain Brahman, having become free from all impurities and from death. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is its conversation between Yama and Nachiketas, who is a seeker of sacred knowledge on Atman, is the foundation of Katha Upanishad. Subject matter is what happens to the soul after death. So Yama found Nachiketas fit for Brahma Vidya. It talks about Shreyas Marga is the path of knowledge which leads to liberation. Prayas Marga is the path of ignorance or path of material pleasure. Avidya is the path which destroys spiritual growth. Describe the nature of Atman or Brahman as eternal cause for everything, and it is light of all illuminaries. Swami Vivekananda's famous saying, okay, the mantra in the Katha Upanishad, Uttishtha Jagrada Prapyavaran Nibodhatha. Arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached, is actually the theme of this Upanishad. So important question and answers. Katha Upanishad is called because of the name of the Guru or Rishi, Katha. So Katha Upanishad is based on Advaita Tattva. So 2 names of Vajasrava, Avadaliki and Daruni. Name of sacrifice, Vishwachit, sacrifice. And Yama's son's name, Vaivasvat. Then what are the dana or charity offered by Vajasrava? Old and sick cows. How many days Nachiketas waited to see Yama? 3 days. What are the 3 boons granted to Yama? His father be free from anxiety and be calm, fire sacrifice. And what happened to the soul after the death? What is Nachiketa Agni? Yama named this after teaching fire meditation to Nachiketas. What are the material pleasures offered to Nachiketas? Sons and grandsons who live 100 years, herd of cattle, elephants, gold and horses, vast extent of earth or land. Live yourself as many autumns you like. What is race? Means good which leads to immortality, bliss or liberation, and Vidya is its path. What is praise? Leads to sensual or immortal pleasure, avidya is its path. What was the name used by Yama called Nachiketas? Very interesting. Preshta, the dearest. Nature of Atman, it is self not born, not die. It is birthless, not originated from anything, everlasting, ancient, etc. And Brahman is referred to which mantra? Om. Om is verily Brahman. And the sequence of chariot metaphor, you have to remember very much. Soul, the master of the chariot. Body compared to chariot. Intellect, the charioteer. Mind as the bridle or rein. Sense organ as horses. Object of sense organs are the roots, Vishaya. Symbolization of Purusha, the size of a thumb seated in the center of the heart. What is the nature of Purusha? Is like a light without smoke. Atman is compared to which tree? Ashwatha or banyan tree. The roots are up, branches are down. Prabhava, outward expansion or manifestation. Apeya means dissolution. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings everywhere in the universe be happy. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So thanks for watching. You please don't forget to subscribe and to give your valuable comments on this video so that I would be in a position to create more videos for you. So the YouTube link is Yoga Enlightens. To also see the website. Hari Om Tat Sat.